everybody. It is a Sunday night. Here it is, the 21st of July. The month is going away. But there's still time. There's still some time, some summer left. There's still some things to do. One of the things that I just did recently was I went and saw Burning Witches. They were out at the Diamond Music Hall. And as it says right here, we got a quick concert review. You know, they kicked ass. That's just the way it is. These ladies are a killer band. I'm so glad that I ran into their music. We also, as you can see here, have Viking Treasures and more. There's a few things to talk about tonight. So hi, what's going on? Viking Stew here once again, and good to be here on a Sunday. Been doing some work around the house, been doing like some drywall painting and sanding, and I think I should have put my mask on today. I got a little bit in my nose again, so I don't know why. I've been congested all day today. Anyway, that's beyond the point. So what I'm gonna do is get started with a few things. First of all, I finished watching the special called Steve. I don't know if you've heard about it. If anybody out there is a Steve Martin fan, it's a documentary in two parts. However, it's good. You know, it's a good show. There are things that it talks about and stuff like that. But the one thing that kind of, I don't know, it goes back to the show that I did a while back where I talk about documentaries and things that they skip. And there's reasons for it, I'm sure. And here, I'll put this up here real quick. This is it. It's on Apple TV, which some people say nobody's going to see it because nobody's got Apple TV. But we do. So there's people that have it. So you can see it's a documentary in two pieces. He talks a lot about his life and how he grew up and how a lot of it was trying to gain respect and attention from his father, who just didn't do that very well. What's up, Drew? How are you? And Metal Torso, what is shaking? Thanks for being here, guys. Have you guys seen this Steve Martin thing? But it's good. It's a good show. It's just, as usual, whenever I'm looking at these shows, I'm waiting. You know, here comes that part. Because I grew up with and have on vinyl back here Steve Martin's comedy albums, the trilogy, as I call it. You had Let's Get Small, and then you had Wild and Crazy Guy. And I'll see if you guys agree with me on this. I was talking to my good friend the other day, and oh, there you go. Riot 5 ruled. Good. My neighbor's probably too happy for their first album was Heavy Bliss. It is good stuff. We could talk about that. It's a great deep dive. Riot is a band that's been around for decades, and you know, way back in the 80s. In fact, my friend told me about him. I was familiar with them, and I'm not familiar with that creature. I've forgotten what the creature is that that is on their old albums. I should see if I can find it. I'm sure it's out there, easy to find. But it's this puffy-headed kind of creature with this needly kind of nose. It's adorably treacherous looking when they have it on their album covers. So anyway, but check out Riot. It's great stuff from way back in the 80s. And I'm talking early 80s. These guys have been around. So now different factions have been in and out, and so now the new one, they're calling it Riot 5. So I wouldn't think it's Riot V. So but they've got, what is it, 4 albums out now. They got a brand new one. So, and what I could do is look on here because I just looked it up the other day. Hey, also remember, look up Ratchet Dolls. Let's see here. I know I just looked them up. Why isn't it up here? It should be up here. Anyway, there it is. So their brand new album is called Mean Streets. They've got Armor of Light, Unleash the Fire, and they did a live in Japan, and they did Feel the Fire. So let's see here if we do this. So Unleash the Fire, Armor of Light, live in Japan, Mean Streets. And then Riot has all their albums. Privilege of Power, killer record. Thunder Steel was the one before that. Just check them out. I could go on, and I don't have time because after this, I got to do a late night gaming. All right. And I already was here just a couple of minutes late. So shh, don't tell anybody. What's up, Blake? How you doing, man? Burning Witches got some good looking broads in that band. Okay, thank you. Including Courtney Cox. She is lovely. Formerly of the Iron Maidens. Let's make sure you get an S on that. You know I'm going to give you crap. That's just the way we go. Blake and I go way back, so I give Blake crap. Don't think it's a personal thing. It's just between me and Blake. So, Steve Martin in The Jerk is hilarious. It is hilarious. You know, I was talking back and forth with Cher Ross recently about some stuff, and The Jerk came up, and she mentioned that's one of her favorite movies, and I said, it's the cans. Someone hates these cans. And I said, that's just one of millions of great comedic moments in movies. I mean, there's, you know, throughout the span of comedic movies, that one though, it rises to the top along with some of the other ones in the industry. Just hilarious. Somebody hates these cans. I mean, come on. You don't think first that somebody's just a shitty shot. You just you think that they hate the cans. And then he keeps running and he's by the cans every time. You're like, oh my God, this is great. And then that guy who was shooting at him, he ended up, I mean, he's been in a million things, right? I mean, it's hard to know. But the one thing that comes to my mind most recently is he plays the neighbor across the street in Christmas with the Cranks. And he's really good in that. Sorry, but the women in the thank you. Anyway, I can do that some other time. Yeah. He hates these cans. Okay. I see. I'm going to get sidetracked really quickly here. So anyway, also like the man with two brains and dead men don't wear plaid. So it's real interesting, but the thing is that there were certain things I was hoping he was going to land on and never did. Like, you guys should know about a movie that he was in. My friend bought it. It was the first DVD that he bought when he bought his DVD player years ago. I bought Armageddon with mine. He bought a DVD player and bought The Spanish Prisoner. So if you've never seen The Spanish Prisoner, I looked at him and I said, hey, so it's who's in it? And he goes, Steve Martin. I mean, what a weird thing. First of all, you get a DVD player. Secondly, the first DVD you're going to get is something most everybody in your near vicinity has never heard of, right? Spanish Prisoner. I now have it on DVD over there. I had to order a copy. I don't know that it's easy to find. You know what? Oh God, I hope I'm not late for my next show. Let's see here. All right, we're going to go on Amazon and see. I want to see for you guys the Spanish sugar. Boy, it'd be nice if I knew how to. There it is, The Spanish Prisoner. So they have a listing for it on DVD. They even have a listing on VHS. They have a couple of them on VHS. And what? Wow, VHS. They either have it with shipping $4.49 all the way up to $45.99. Zoinks. Other formats, Blu-ray. Let's see what it says. Ooh. It's not available on Blu-ray. Why do they even have it listed? $19. Here's one. No, it's the cover is all French. It's just so French. So let's go back to this main and just go back to the main listing. So they have it on DVD. It's not on Blu-ray, but there are plenty of copies out there, guys. Here's one for they have a brand new one for $6.26. It's going to cost you about $17. Is basically what it's going to cost you, okay? Because these guys are doing that same bullshit where they sell it for $6.26 and $10.72 shipping. $10.72, really? Anyway, here's one for $11.16, $15.50 for shipping. They're gonna resurrect Sinatra and have him deliver it to your house. So anyway, or you can buy it. You can buy it brand new, I guess, for $13.38. Oh, it's used. It's very good, and it's free delivery. So $13.38. There's one for $19. That is brand new, I guess. It looks like you can watch it on Amazon as well. It says just watch now. So if you have Amazon, you can watch it. Spanish Prisoner. Here's the premise. Joe Ross invents a formula that promises to make his company unimaginably rich, but soon Joe begins to suspect that his boss will never share the profits. With that seed of doubt, an intricate con game soon falls into place. So he tells me that it's got Steve Martin in it, and I'm like, oh, so it's a comedy. And he's like, no, it's not a comedy. Oh, interesting. So it's kind of a corporate espionage kind of a storyline. It's very, very, very good. It's got other character actors in it that you've seen, including sugar. What was that woman in? Oh man. Oh, I'll be ding danged. Well, she was in Red. That's funny, woman in red. I'm missing things over here too, by the way. Let's see. See. What's Lance saying? Jesse Donald Don Knotts was born on this date 100 years ago. Also, you gave us a couple of other things earlier that what was the one that When Harry Met Sally opened today? And so did, speaking more of music, UHF was released on this date back in 1989 as well. Robin Williams was born on this date 73 years ago. Wow. Wow. Get Papa Pete to translate. Very good. Very good. Tomorrow, CBS will air a tribute to Bob Newhart. Also wanted to foreign covers for things you can't read. It's like, what the hell is this? Oh, Lord. In this state, 87, Guns N' Roses released Appetite for Destruction. And that was like the best thing they ever put out. And then, that was about it after that. Yes, it is a fantastic film. I bought it on Blu-ray a while back. The other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, too, is I know you guys have probably heard about this already. This just happened last week. Was it last week? Well, no, it was earlier this week. Jack Russell, with 2 L's, of Great White, who I've met a few times. In fact, I'll save my last little bit for the end of this story, announces retirement from touring. If you haven't heard about this, Jack Russell, a founding member of a rock band, Great White. I first saw them back in 1984, opening up for Judas Priest, I believe it was. I think the Scorpions had Bon Jovi on tour with them back then. Who has maintained a decades-long career on the road, announced maintained a decades-long career? That doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, he's been around since the early 80s with this band. That he's retiring. He said it on Tuesday that he's retiring. To my fans and friends, it is with the heaviest of hearts that I must announce my retirement from the road. After a recent diagnosis of Lewy body dementia, LBD, and multiple system atrophy, which is MSA, I am unable to perform at the level I desire and at the level you deserve, Russell said in a statement. Words cannot express my gratitude for the many years of memories, love, and support. Thank you for letting me live my dreams. You have made my life a wonder. The announcement comes on the heels of the release of Russell's autobiography. So check this out. I really want to, I'm going to be getting a copy of this. The True Tale of Mr. Bone, a rock and roll narrative, which was written by the singer and K.L. Doty. So anyway, there you go. Let's see. Just want to make sure. Yeah, he is one of the greatest singers in rock and roll throughout the years. I'll tell you what, he carried those songs like, once their version of Once Bitten, Twice Shy, Angel Song, Rock Me. Come on. I mean, Mr. Bone. There's just all of those songs. Just those two records, Once Bitten and Twice Shy. They're just spectacular stuff. And then check out the other stuff too, the earlier stuff. Really, 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 really good. Conan the Librarian. That's a beautiful stuff. Thought the Illusion albums were their best. No. I'm gonna disagree on that. A big disagreement on that. Can't do that. Not a double album like that. Okay, Metal Torso is going to jump in with you on that one, and you guys can have that boat. I will stay off that boat. No, they'd have been better off on that record. That was a double record. Way too much. It was way too much. I don't enjoy the record. I never listened hardly to the whole thing. I don't even know if over the years I've listened to the whole thing. I probably listened to the whole thing, but I didn't care to. Like I say, I own it. But Appetite, come on. I mean, that thing kicks ass front to back. To me, it's the best. It's the best. And, I'd rather listen to Chinese Democracy over Illusion. Just Knocking on Heaven's Door was a waste of my time. All right, I got to shut up on this and move on. We've got too much to talk about. Then Burning Witches. It was a fantastic show. There was a couple of openers. I have to skip on the first one. Didn't really see it. But Conquest opened up before Burning Witches. I know them. Derek has been on the show. They did a fantastic show. Holy crap! They ended up playing played a couple of Metallica tunes right at the end. It's great. They just killed it. Besides the fact that those albums should have been one CD, I agree with that. Well, yeah, they needed to trim the fat. The fat. Get it out. And then I went up and helped out. I helped get Conquest up on stage with their gear, and I helped get their stuff off of stage. And then I helped out with getting Burning Witches stuff up there on stage. And then it was really cool, though. They were amazing. So I step into the place. All right. So let's take a look here. I got some pictures. There's one. Hold on. Let me find the right one here. No, not that. No. Yes. So I go to the merch booth. Here's the merch booth. So behind me, you see the wall with the little checkerboard thing on it. So they have this cool thing at this venue where they have this t-shirt wall, and you can go and you can purchase t-shirts. You can see there's Iron Maiden and all the different bands up there. Cheap Trick is up there, I believe. There's a whole bunch of them up there. Really, really cool idea. So you can buy those there, but then they have the merch booth over here that's behind Jay, and that's the bass player for Burning Witches. And I did not know that at this point. I hadn't committed myself to what they all looked like. So then I walked off, and there was a. Here, I'll take this off here. There was a gentleman that was standing over by the bar. No, yeah, by one of the bars on the side of the stage. So I got to talking to him, and I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, they're all around here. Like one of them's over there at the merch booth." I go, "Wait a minute, that's Jay at the merch." Oh, okay. So I went back and I apologized and got that picture with Jay, and she ended up telling their tour guy about it. She said, "Oh, it's funny. This guy came up and so yeah." So then he said, also he goes, "A couple of them were outside having a cigarette," and so I went out there, and there you go. My buddy called me and reminded me about this show was going on. So I was pissed because I forgot that it was happening, and so he decided not to go, and that's one of my favorite shots right there. Uh, and and there you go. There's Ramana. Um, so I stepped outside, and there's Courtney Cox from Iron Maidens is standing out there, and Ramana, and I made the mistake of I uh, I didn't understand who the lead singer was as opposed to Ramana, and so she's like, no, 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 Ramana, and I was like, oh, okay, the two guitar players, met the bass player, hadn't met the drummer yet because the drummer wasn't there, Lala, and so then I didn't meet Laura until after the show. Let me see if I can find that shot for you here. I had, I have it. I have it. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I mean, it's been a busy one for me. I'm still not getting everything done that I need to get done. Got a lot left to do, um, and it's happening. Um, okay, let's see here. Well, let's take that one. And she's going to be right here at the end. Okay, there you go. So that one, open. Um, and then I also have to find this one. I've been throwing these things in here as I went. There we go. There's me and Laura. This is after the show, and she came walking right on over to the booth. The lead singer. She came out also into the crowd and started doing. Mealy did that as well when Steelheart was there recently. Um, Thank you very much, Drew. I always have fun meeting up with the folks. That's my deal. Stay in 78 Sergeant Pepper Lonely. Oh, the movie came out. Yeah, I bought it on Blu-ray recently, and I still haven't watched it. I need to do that. Let me see here if I can find the because I have the set list. Now the set list, that was a tough part for me because I've had a chance to kind of get to know their songs and stuff, but I don't know them by name. That's the tough part. It's the beauty of finding a new band, right? You find a new band and then you listen to all their stuff. You do a deep dive, but it's not like it was in the old days. So here you go. Unleash the Beast. They had the intro, and then Unleash the Beast, Wings of Steel. And then she took a moment to say hello, Sea of Lies, Dance with the Devil, which is the album that I actually had. When I walked in, that's the one that I owned. We Stand as One, Lucid Nightmare, Evil Witch, The Dark Tower, which is the brand new album. So that's the title track from that. Tomorrow. What a beautiful song that was. They did such a great job. Hexenhammer, which is the title track to that album. World on Fire, The Flight of the Valkyries is awesome. Witch of the North, and we got them out for all of these, and then they ended with their kind of like Iron Maiden does. They ended up with Burning Witches. So also like Midnight Devils have that. They have their own track, Midnight Devils. It's really cool. I got some shots from the stage that were pretty good. I was right next to the stage, so some of them came out all right. Let's just see what this one's like. Uh, I'll kind of put something together, and I should just put a video together. There's Laura on stage. What a beauty! They all just gorgeous, uh, gorgeous women. and very. Now I'm going to just say that, you know, yeah, that's cute and all what I just said. That's nice. But you know what? These women, they stayed and hung out with the crowd. I mean, it was amazing. You know what? Since time is getting a little tight, this box is going to come in handy soon. Okay? Should I just pull something out of here? You're going to find out. Hey, there we go. There's me and Mealy. This is out in Las Vegas. So me and Mealy. I think that's in Las Vegas. No, wait a minute. Maybe that's the. I'll have to look closer at it. So anyway, this is my box of memories. So we'll go through those, and I'll show you something that I just got recently. But anyway, the show was great. They were fantastic. They've just finished up here in their states with that short little tour. They were in Ohio for 2 dates the last couple of days, and I kept in touch with Toby, and I wanted so badly, so badly to go over and help. He said, I could use the help, man. I go, I wish I could make it. I thought about it, and I got a hold of him, and it just didn't. This is not the right size at all. Son of a bitch. Look at that. Isn't that a cool shirt? It's a small. So, well, we get to send that back. Fantastic. Tomorrow, I get to send a package to Cher Ross of some vinyl. So, you know what? Do you want to see what I'm going to send her? I don't think she's watching. So, she's been kind of busy lately. Did I already show you? I'm going to send her this. She already knows that, though. But and she knows this one, too. I'm going to send her The Man Who Built America by Horselips. Also, this is the one she doesn't know about. So, shh. There you go. City Boy. There you go. Book Early is the name of it. And, of course, one of my favorites, and I just got this, 707 Megaforce. So, I'm going to send those out tomorrow. And I better put these back in order because I had them in a way that I wanted her to look them over. All right. So that's that. But I'm serious. I don't mean they just talked to their fans. I don't mean that they were standing outside. I don't mean that they waited. I don't mean any of that. While we were loading gear out, I helped Toby load the gear out. As I helped him load the gear out, they were having a little powwow on the ground, on the pavement right outside with some of the fans. They were just sitting down, having a chat, talking about Walmart, whatever. Like I say, it wasn't even like they were standing around and they're walking off and they're doing this or that. They sat down, if I do say so, like in school, in Indian style, and just sat down and talked with the fans right there. One of the guys from one of the bands that opened up that night, they're like, come on over here, have a seat, just sit down, we'll talk. I was like, jeez whiz. What are we talking about? Okay. And yesterday was Carlos Santana's 77th birthday. There you go. Speaking of yesterday, if you haven't seen the movie Yesterday, do yourself a favor. Who the hell sits on pavement? Well, they did. I would have, but I was helping with the gear. Now, this one, I'm just going to do this one next because it just showed up today. And, wow, this is going to be tough because for whatever reason, I don't have a cutting tool right here. So I am ill prepared to open this. Let's see what we got here. I might have to use a pen or something. Wow. Nothing like bringing a pen to a gunfight. All right, here we go. I think I got it. Boy, they really did this one up. Come on now. Jeez. This is going to run me late. Damn it. Wow. Good God. This is... Holy shit. There we go. Fucking A. I'm going to ruin this damn thing just trying to get out of the fucking box. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, I ordered 2 of them. Why? Because it's worth it. The price was right, and I ordered 2 of them. Look at that. The Day the Earth Caught Fire by City Boy. This album kicks ass. That album and frickin' 707 Megaforce, if you haven't heard them, please, when we're done here, if you don't go over to Go Game Go and check out stuff. Hey, Brother Joe, what's up? Being an outsider, I like listening to your show about music scene. Cool. Very good. Yep, you did. Yes, yes, yes. I saw that. That's cool because I've got some information for you. I just finished up. If you can see back there, you see this. This is my other wall of shame. It goes, you know, from here all the way back there and onto that. Okay. I worked on that the last couple of days. I did a whole huge CD integration to get all of those new CDs in and to leave some spaces because I got to put this in there. So yeah. All right. So we got something here. Let's see what we've got. Good. So that does that. Also, Midnight Devils have landed. I'm assuming. I'm waiting to hear back. I'm assuming they've landed in Japan. They were taken off. They did their last show in Australia, and then they were going straight to the airport, and they were waiting for their flight. Wow, this is like a woo, man. Okay, so you know, Amazon had their big sale day, right? So they had these, and my nephew purchased a pair, and I got a pair. There you go, Beats Studio Pro. I use my headphones constantly. Probably drives my wife nuts, but I do. I listen to them constantly. So, ooh, she said, "Would you like to get, you know, maybe an extra pair because of all the work that you're doing, you know, to kind of celebrate all the work you're doing this summer?" And I'm like, yeah, that would be great. So I did. So, ooh, looky there. It comes in a rectangular box, not like the round one that I got on my other ones. Wow. So I'll have to get these plugged in straight away and get them charged up and enjoy them immediately. Because, man, I enjoy these Bluetooth speakers, and these sound great. Okay, well, it's got everything in there. It's got cables. They were $169, which these are the Studio Pros, so even more than what I already had. All right. Now, we got to take a look at this. Looks like vinyl. Smells like vinyl. I still wish I had a knife. Does anybody have a knife you can hand me real quick? So this is, God, I've forgotten what I got. This I don't think this is something I already have, but you never know. Sometimes you're just looking for something. God, I really wish. You know what I'm going to do later is I'm going to turn right around, and there's going to be a blade right here. Oh, you know what? I actually... oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm being silly. There's one right here. All right, so let's slice this. What's everybody else doing this weekend? Anything? You doing anything cool? Did you do any music shopping? Did you do any listening? What'd you listen to this weekend? I've been listening to what I made is a cool 70s kind of album playlist. It's got everything from Jethro Tull to Player to Bob Welch to, oh God, Christopher Cross is in there. Alan Parsons. Oh, oh, you won't even believe this. You won't believe. I really would love if I had time. I would have you guys guess what this is, but I won't. This is fantastic. Let's put it this way. I've got 3 copies that showed up. There you go. I'm not even going to try to get this in there. There you go. The Day the Earth Caught Fire on vinyl by City Boy. This was the first album that I ever heard of City Boy. It was a cutout. It was in Peoria. It was at a Venture, if you remember Venture, much like Kmart, much like Walmart, whatever. But Venture, I was going through their cutouts, and there it was. So I see this cover. Not mine didn't have this sticker on it. Mine original is right over there. But I looked at the back and I go like, that picture is cool. But I'm like, this artwork is freaking cool. And down here, it's got like molten light coming from, like flames down in the sewer. And you got this motorcycle. And then I look at the back, I see this picture. I'm like, that's cool. Then I see produced by Robert John Lang. And I'm like, Mutt Lang produced this album. I'm buying it. I didn't care about anything else. I'm just like, Mutt Lang produced it. I'm buying it. So there you go. I found another really good price on that. Now, this is something pretty freaking super freaking special because this comes from Rat Pack Records. If you've never heard of it, it's a company that handles lots of classic, now they're kind of classic hair metal kind of stuff. All right. So they had a special going on with a new piece of vinyl from one of my favorite artists who is no longer with us, unfortunately. So I'm going to do this really quickly, and then I gotta get out of here. It's time for me to do the other thing. But look at this. Oh, let's see. This was a package deal, and they did a limited run. And I hope this sounds great too. Look at this. It's a Jeff LaBar vinyl. There you go. Mr. Jeff LaBar, a solo record from him. It is called One for the Road. There you go. Songs are No Strings, Asking for a Beating. What's the next one? Muse. Hello or Goodbye. Nightmare on My Street. Ode to Page. And One for the Road. There you go. So I had to get that. It comes with a guitar pick. It came with a sticker and this little tribute print. There you go. And that's boy Sebastian. I met up with him when he was at Tantric, right after Jeff had passed. I had the great pleasure of meeting up with Jeff multiple times. Jeff and I met up multiple times with Cinderella back in the late 80s into the 90s. Then many years later, he would be here in St. Louis with Eric Brittingham doing the Naked Beggars. So I saw that too. It's fantastic stuff. CD wall looks incredible. Yeah, it's yeah, we did. I had my friend build those into the wall, and it was, yeah. I still want to paint them, but God, could you imagine taking all those off of there and painting it? Listen to some pretty heavy mix of music this weekend. Great. Yeah. Gotta get loud. Gotta love getting loud. So yeah, so that's that. My thing about Jack Russell before I go, so I'm not too late. my thing about Jack Russell is they played an acoustic gig, he and Mark Kendall, and I think, I don't know if Lardy was with them that time, but I think he was. I think it was Lardy, Russell, and Mark. Um, and they came into town. They were doing an acoustic thing when KC95 used to be down at Union Station before they moved. They had their own like cafe. It was the rock, like what do they call it? I can't even think of it now. I had it in my head. Uh, anyway, it was a rock and roll cafe, like you know, so like the Hard Rock kind of. But so they had that, and then they were going to go and play there. Well, of course, I got down there, and I had to do it. Now, if I can find this real quickly, I don't know if I can. I'm sure I can. I believe in me. All right, here, hold on. I'm sorry. I got to get this picture so I can show you. So anyway, they show up. Yeah, I don't see it. Damn it. Where is it? Is it in here? Eesh. Too many things. Too many things. Yeah, I don't see it right now. Anyway, oh, I know where it is. I know where it is, guys. I know. I know. It's in rock photos. Just look in rock photos, shall we? And then we can do not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Oh, this is crazy. Where did it go? Anyway, damn it. That's nuts. Anyway, sorry. I'll show it to you another time. So anyway, I got there early so that I could meet them. I wanted to say hello. We'd said hello to them before, and stuff like that. So then I ended up having to pee, right? Real Rock Cafe. Thanks for putting it there, Drew. It's like the Hard Rock Cafe, but it was called the Keishi Real Rock Cafe. So thank you. I appreciate it. Seeing that zapped my memory. I get what you're saying because meeting famous music stars in a small venue that sometimes come out. Yeah, I know. It's great. It's really, really cool. So so I had to go to the bathroom. So I go upstairs to go to the bathroom, and in comes Jack Russell, and we ended up, he's like a couple stalls over, and we're just taking a piss. And I'm like, yeah, don't say anything. Just don't, don't, don't say anything, and don't look. So I didn't, and I didn't, and we talked a bit. But the cool thing about Jack, I did want to say this real quick before I get going. The other really cool thing about Jack that day is I had a picture that I wanted to show you, of he and my wife. We had been backstage when they were on tour with Tesla and Cinderella, and so we hung out with them backstage, and she got this great picture with Jack, um, and I was trying. They got in their van, and I didn't have a chance to get them to autograph it, and I'm like, wait, and he had them stop the van, just like a regular van, and he had them stop it, and then he opens the door. He goes, what can I do for you, bro? And I said, could you sign this for me real quick? And he did. He stopped him, and he goes, man, I hope you can make it to the show tonight. I said, I can't. But yeah, pretty cool. Let me see if that's everything. Yeah, Midnight Devils and the unboxings. That's everything. Burning Witches, though, when next time you guys get a chance to see them, go and see them. If you need some heavy duty music, check them out. Drew, now that you've checked them out, check out Crucified Barbara as well. Do yourself that favor. But also, like I say, if you can take that, if you find The Day the Earth Caught Fire by City Boy, find Megaforce by 707, one sitting, those two records. And my good buddy Ron Matthews, hey Ron, said the other day, he goes, I put something on from that, and he goes, man, this album, I go, and we feel exactly the same. Ron and I are on the same page. It's so terrible. All right, I better get going over there. My two favorite autographs were from Art. Oh my God, really? And Billy Bob Thornton after a small venue show. Far Out. Well, we'll be getting into some of those. So you guys, thank you for being here. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Take care of yourself. Give some rest. Drew, I'm going to be over doing the games, man. So I'll get out of here and get right over there. So you guys have a great rest of the evening and take care of yourselves. And remember, when you step outside your door every day, you're in everybody else's world. They're not in yours. So don't act a twat and use your frickin' headphones. And this is a passing lane and this is a driving lane. Use them accordingly.
Take it easy, guys.